What up, paisanos? I just managed to escape from hell, and had a few drinks. Fine. Before I left, however, I was smart enough to pick up a copy of one of my favorite games, seen in the previous video, Sonic 2 on Sonic Jam. Now that I picked up the wrong game. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm just gonna take a nap down here real quick, and then we'll see how this goes.
Oh shit. I'm back in heck. You can tell it's hell because of the blue blanket background. Got me tied up this time. You see, the way this stuff works is that if I actually go to untie it, it's gonna burn the hell out of my wrists. So don't fucking... Whatever. They gave me a Saturn, so... Guess I'm gonna do Sonic 2.
Oh yeah! It's time for the really good shit. Or at least, the second banana to the really, really good shit. And I already ate the third banana. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 dropped on the Sega 2600 back in 1992, and was at one time considered to be one of the best games ever made. Now, everyone knows this story, but to generate hype for this game, Sega decided to release it on a certain day of the week. That day being, of course, Wednesday, so they could make the stupid pun that it was so good, you would no longer want to wed your nest, because you're just going to ditch that shit for a Sega Genesis once you saw Sonk 2. Personally, I would have gone for something such as Sonic Tuesday, but I guess I'm just too fucking smart to work in marketing. A lot of people like to say that Sonic 2 was the first real Sonic game, but I'm holding a copy of Sonic 1 right here, so checkmate creationists. Even so, I can see why people say this. It introduced a shitload of shit that went on to become defining features for the Italian plumber. This is the first Sonic game to really emphasize the speed factor that marketing had a fucking boner for and insisted the character was all about. Which it initially wasn't, you goddamn nutty buddies. Sonic 2 was the first Dragon Ball game to feature what a lot of people affectionately referred to as the speed cutscenes, which, while admittedly not the most in-depth gameplay mechanic, were still pretty fucking cool to watch and are still fun to watch today. Sonic 2 had actual graphics, giving the players a sense of location beyond basic background scrolling. I get it, the Sonic 1 background scrolling and Genesis background scrolling back then was in itself probably fucking cool to see when you're used to shit like this. But still, the visual effects of Sonic 2, they really just piss all over Sonic 1. Look at this. Casino Zone blinks. These may be small touches, but I really dig the attention to detail. It's also the first Sonic game to feature a casino zone that actually feels like a real casino.
Am I the only one who ran the timeout playing the slots? Sega should be investigated for underage gambling.
There's two interesting things about these slots. Number one, there's a fail-safe built into the game that prevents you from reaching 999 rings. Number two, there's no such fail-safe. I made it up on the spot. Sonic 2 had a much easier method compared to the first game to enter the Everything just worked in this game. Everything felt better in this game. Even Boppin' Badniks feels better. Look how violent this shit is. The boss battles in 2 are a huge improvement over... The hell is this? What the fuck is this drill car? What the fucking frick was Eggman planning to do with this vehicle? Is he gonna drill half a foot into my wall? I can't fathom as to what the hell this vehicle could actually be used for. What's he... Does anyone want to check on this guy just to make sure he's okay? I was more threatened by the puny robots I was just bopping. At least those were versatile and posed some semblance of a threat. Even the environment itself was a bigger danger, what with the spikes and bottomless pits and shit. And I'm supposed to be scared of fucking Scrambled Eggman over here and his goddamn early onset dementia machines? Just a small complaint. It totally doesn't ruin the game for me. Another annoying thing is the Hilltop Zone music. I found it really grating compared to the rest of the soundtrack, which is fucking stellar. I've actually had sex with the two-player Mystic Cave Zone theme playing in the background before. Just kidding. It was a special stage music. Just kidding. I haven't had sex since 2016. If you're playing it on a Japanese copy of Sonic Jam, such as me, then you have to deal with the infamous Sonic Says segments from the TV show between each act.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes...
And no, you can't skip them. And no, Sega, it wasn't a good idea.
No good.
Metropolis Zone smells like a fucking fart. I hate this stage. These little purple mantis things really get my knickerbockers up in a bunch. I don't like them, and I'm certainly not inviting any of them to my quinceañera. Everything in this zone just pops up and bops you, which is kind of how it goes once you hit Oil Ocean Zone. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I think the game kind of takes a nosedive once you hit... Ooh! I still fucking love Wing Fortress as an adult, but then again, I just have a big old boner for stages that are set high up in the sky. Death Egg Zone is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. Mecha Sonic goes down like a little bitch, and Death Egg Rowboat isn't too bad if you're capable of basic pattern recognition and aren't totally fucking brain dead. This marks the end of the game. Eggman presumably eats shit in the explosion while Vector Man makes it out just in time. If you get all the Chaos Emeralds, you get to see some birds flying around you and Tails, and Goku gives you a thumbs up. But to get all the emeralds, you gotta go through the... I'm not fucking talking about them right now. Sonic 2 is an amazing game that is still fun today. I'd say it's amazing, even though it kind of takes a shit after Mystic Cave Zone. All in all, as a whole, it holds up. Holds up these nuts. 8 out of 10.